Sweep, now you out of control. I'm Cardi B, I come through and I kill everything, and that's a fact. Got me on my him and shit like blah, 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 blah. Hey, little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. I need all my money makers, bring that cash out. I need all my D-boys to bring that cash out. Now I gotta pull my shit, walk around like I'm that bitch. Every nigga wanna hit, looking like I caught a lick.
Bonjour.
Donc vous parlez un peu français?
Je ne comprends pas.
Mais si vous comprenez.
No.
No?
No. It's hard for me to understand. I can say a couple of words, but understand? Ugh.
Tell me the
I remember I was 18, 19.
Yeah?
When I was in college. I'm an old bitch now. I'm 25.
Tell me those French words. I'm gonna pardon your French.
Don't make me shy. Damn, you make me. Bonjour, je m'appelle Bekali. Je suis de New York, you know. J'ai étudié le français à l'université. Je parle français un peu. And just certain things, certain words, certain stuff.
What other language do you speak? Spanish?
Yes.
Because you have like two origins.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about it? You're like a mix of Dominican and American.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you live with that double culture?
I lived with a lot of cultures in my family. My grandfather from my mom's side was Spanish. My mom was Trinidadian. She moved to America very early. My dad, he's Dominican, straight off the boat, was good, you know what I'm saying? Came straight from the plantain boat. And I just had a lot of different cultures. While I was growing up, it all influenced me. Even not only in my household, around me. Around me was culture everywhere.
Yeah, Grandma, yeah, well, oh, okay. Yeah.
Where I'm from, the Bronx, there's a lot of Caribbean people. There's a lot of Jamaican people. It's a lot of Puerto Rican people. You know, Dominican, but that is already in the household. It's a lot of different cultures all around, but it's all Caribbean, so it's practically the same. Different accents.
Different values.
Different, kind of the same values, kind of the same way. A lot of Caribbean people, we celebrate like holidays the same way. Like, you know, my fiance, he's American, and I just spend, you know, Thanksgiving with his family. I see that we celebrate things a little bit different. Just a lot of things, just the mannerisms and the food and the flavors and...
Because your story could be named How to Make It in America.
Mm-hmm.
You know the story of Cinderella? But you're a fighter. What I admire when I read to your stories, everybody is about like the provocative stuff.
Like a Kit Kat, I'ma break it down. I told her stay down. You are my queen, you go your crown. It's going down. You found your wave and you found your sound.
But when I look at your story, it's a fight. You've always been into a struggle because you started to work in a grocery store. That's the story, and nothing has been for free in your story.
You know what? When I tell people to survive in America, well, to survive in New York, you know, I go to different states in America, and a lot of people be like, oh, in this state, there's not a lot of opportunities. I would like to go to New York. It seems like everybody there fulfilled their dreams. And the first thing I told them is, pause. New York, I think, is the state that is, I think, most expensive to live in, and everybody's doing something. It's so many people that live there that the job that you want, thousands of people doing the same thing. So it's just like you have to hustle. You gotta be the best. You gotta like win it every single day. You know, people don't really sleep in New York. They sleep, but you know, it's just everybody's grinding 24/7, and you have to grind 24/7 so you could get what you want. Like, chase it. Don't wait till things fall in your lap. You gotta go get it yourself. everything. You know, when I had to get my rent paid, I never used to like think like some people, like some of my friends just be like, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my rent. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I used to come up with like 5, 6 different ways that I could make money.
This week in Paris is a special week because our president did a speech about the violence against the women.
Cette honte doit devenir celle de ces auteurs de violence. Et c'est surtout une honte civique et politique, une honte nationale.
I've heard in an interview that you said that you decided to escape from a relationship who was violent to you, and the money that you started to earn in a strip club helped you to escape that?
You know, me and my first boyfriend, you know, he took me in when I got kicked out of my home. I got kicked out of my home because I was just a very crazy teenager. I used to give my mom a lot of chaos. And then when I got kicked out, I never wanted to come back and tell her that she was right. So ever since then, I just took my own path. But as soon as I got kicked out, I didn't wait for nobody to just be like, oh, I'll help you get a job. No, I went to go get the job. I went to like 17, 18 different like places, like supermarkets everywhere, stores. Are you guys hiring? Are you guys hiring? I did a lot of applications online. 2 weeks later, I got a job, you know, in the supermarket. And it wasn't good enough, but it wasn't good enough, so I had to stay with my first boyfriend because I had nowhere to go. I didn't really even have a cell phone because he broke it. We used to argue and fight a lot, and it's just like, I do not want to live like this. I don't want to live in somebody's mother's house. I don't want to, like, wait till this guy make money so I can eat. I don't want none of that. But, you know, I got fired from the supermarket, and the manager told me, like, you have such a nice body. You should go across the street. Because I was telling him, like, please, you need to help me. I don't want to get fired. And he told me, you need to go across the street. He didn't say you need to. He just, like, suggested it. And he said, I'll help you. I'll take you there. And I went, and what I made in a week, I made it in, like, a couple of hours. And, you know, at first, like, the first 5 months, I used to keep my parents in my head. Like, it's like, oh, my God, imagine if my mom or my dad see me. Or they'll be so disappointed and disgusted that I'm doing all of this. Every single time that I used to give a lap dance, like the first couple of months, I just used to feel, like, so disgusted in myself. But then it's just like, I was disgusted, but then again, I didn't, because it's just like I was making 1,000 a day, but then sometimes I was making 0 because I didn't really know how to hustle.
And it's a hard work.
It's hard work. Where I was working at, it was like, you know, downtown New York, and there used to be like a lot of Russian girls with their boobs made. So, you know, I always used to feel like I was pretty. You know, guys used to like me in school. I was very popular. I never felt, you know, I always felt like I wanted to get my boobs done because I never had titties. But I didn't feel like it was a necessity. And then, you know, dancing, it kind of make you insecure about yourself, about your body, and sometimes about your color.
You said that you were not white enough for some clubs and not black enough for some other clubs.
I felt like, all right, like in a club full of Russian women, like Russian women, European women. And then when I used to go up to these men, I just didn't feel like I was good enough, because it's like, oh, you want to lap dance? And they say no. And then, like, the next girl, they just buy so many of them. And it's just like, it makes you feel like, damn, what the fuck? And then just your body, it lowers your self-esteem.
How do you feel when you live that kind of failure?
It kind of makes me feel like I'm not good enough. It always used to make me feel like I'm not good enough. Or it always used to make me feel like, yeah, go with her. Go with freaking Natasha. Go with Natasha. You know? So many things. But, and then, like, a lot of people don't understand that it's hard as well, right? Like, when you're at work and you got to deal with your boss, so you got to deal with people you don't like, or like you got to pretend that you like somebody. And it's just like how annoying it is to pretend that you like this old man that's just like looking at you and like grabbing your chin and just telling you about his wife. It just makes you think, like, it's like, damn, shit, I don't want to get married because you talking about you're married, but you here with me talking about how you want to make me, that you like me, this and that. And this is like, ugh. There were certain things that I hated, but I'm not going to say like I hated it completely because it made me a lot of money. It changed my life. You know how music changed my life? Dancing changed my life. Because when I was dancing, I went back to college. I got my own apartment. I made, by dancing, by the age I was 21, I made $20,000. I had saved up $20,000. I already did my breasts. I was just extremely independent, and that's what gave it to me. And,
you know, in France, not many people are aware that the strip clubs is a way to test a new music. Yes. Like the DJs and the MCs are going to spin the music in the strip clubs. So you are the new DJ, kind of, because if you dance to a song, if you like a song, you can know what's good. And did it help you in the music business to know when a beat is good, when what kind of flow you should put on a song to have all those years dancing?
It definitely did. It definitely showed me that like the up-tempo things. And there's the thing also, right? There's the thing also. A lot of men like to talk badly and downly about women. And they like to talk crap about, you know, strippers. I will never do this, that. I hate this. I hate strippers. I hate bartenders. I hate all these women that they want to do things online for attention. But this is what you need to understand, right? You still follow them. And these are the women that have 300 to millions of followers. And these are the women that they're going to make your shit hot. Like me, I used to sometimes pay the DJ. Like, listen, here's $50 so you could play this song on my set. Like, the dancers really do make the music hot. The first time I ever heard the music Versace was in the strip club.
Versace, whoa, Versace, 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 Versace.
Have you seen the TV show Atlanta?
Hey, yo. What'd you call y'all group, man?
We the Migos.
They say that Migos are the new Beatles.
I love the Migos. Like, I think they're awesome. I think they're the Beatles.
You know, the genre is different, but I be seeing people go crazy over them. Like, when I go to concerts, I see women doing the most and people just doing the most. They're very influential and they grind hard. And it's way harder for them as hip-hop artists and black men. So to me, they just everything.
You released the track this week with Migos and Nicki Minaj.
I'm with a couple bad bitches that'll rip the party. If Quavo the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi. Pull up in a space coupe, I done linked with Marty. I can actually afford to get a pink Bugatti. Hey, yo, Nick, didn't you just do a hit with Gotti? That too, but my niggas send hits like Gotti.
The cool thing on that track is like when you come, you rap. It's like straight rapping. It's not about not just the image and everything. So how was it in the studio? Were you together on that track? Well, have you a kind of competition?
No, to me it wasn't. You know, Quavo presented me the song and I heard it and I didn't hear it much. And then he was like, you want to be in the song? Like, my verse wasn't so long, but it's just like, I felt like this is a chance for me to prove themselves. I mean, like, to prove myself, you know? Because I always wanted to make music with them, but I didn't feel like I was big enough. Or I felt like they kind of wanted to test me. So it's just like, he's like, what's up? You want to jump on it? And I was just like, send me the instrumental. And it's just like, I did it how I felt like I want to do music. I do music my own way. I don't do music to try to compete. I don't do music try to sound like somebody else. I do music how I know I'ma love it. Like, I'm a different type of artist.
Tell me, have you seen her? Let me wrap my weave up. I'm the trap Selena. Dame my gasolina.
Do you know that song from Above the Law, Black Superman?
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about the way he pays the bills to his mother.
Now you sucker motherfuckers don't understand, but to my mama, I'm her real black Superman.
And you have that rhyme too. when you say that you pay the bills to your mother.
I'm trying to get my family out the hood in new cribs. I want to finish paying my mother's new whip. I do it for a cause, so understand the kid.
Are you like the black superwoman right now? Do you feel like it?
I feel like my family and my friends, superwoman, it's a lot of pressure on me. It feels like boulders because it's just like, okay, like after I pay my bills, it's just like I got to take care of my dad. I got to take care of my mom. A cousin is going to ask me for something. An aunt is going to ask me for something. Now I have some of my family members employed and I got to pay them. And sometimes, you know, when you tell somebody like, listen, I pay you $500 a week.
The people that I work with and my friends, I've been around them for years.
Sometimes, you know, when they your family, they be like, listen, I need a certain more amount. I need more. And you just give it to them because it's like, how can you say no to them when they know you're getting money? It's just like, you will feel bad if your friend asks you for $1,000 and you say, I don't have it, but you online wearing a $5,000 Gucci outfit. So it's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of people. I feel like the more money, the more problems. Like,
that's real, yo. I ain't exaggerating at all, man. The more money you make, the more problems you get.
That was the question. Now that you have more money, do you have more problems?
Definitely. A lot of people, they used to call me this much for shit. And it's crazy because when I was broke, I never asked nobody for $1. But you know what? Not everybody is the same as you. And not everybody could do it. Sometimes I give people the formula. I tell people how to do things, and they just can't do it. Some people are not capable. So it's just like, fuck it. Here.
Now that you have money and now that you're rich, can you refuse to help somebody?
Sometimes I try to refuse, but my mind, like sometimes I just feel like some people are just overdoing it and over asking. Sometimes I feel like people over ask. Sometimes they abuse the power or they abuse the privilege. But in my mind, like when I refuse or when I say I don't have it, like I just don't feel good doing it.
You have a way to respond to the haters on the social media. Very funny. I saw that the video that you did, like showing your boobs. You were saying like, I own it, I work for it.
You know, a lot of people always be telling me like, oh, why you always showing your breasts in every outfit? And it's like, because this is why, bitch. Because when I was 19, I worked in the strip club from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. for 2 months straight, Monday through Sunday. My feet's fucking hurting, so I could buy these shits right here.
It bothers me, and it's just like sometimes I don't feel like I gotta be like some celebrities that like just stay shut while people bully them. Like, you're not gonna bully me, you're not gonna talk shit, you're not gonna assume shit about me. Like, it's like, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. Like, I know I gotta control it because I cannot tell millions of people, but it's just like sometimes I am gonna simmer you the fuck down, and I'm gonna remind you that it's like I'm not a celebrity. I'm also a bitch from the hood that if in person, you will not be able to tell me that shit.
Because you have no complex to talk about your operation, about your injection in the ass and your boobs. Is that the best way to kill all the critics?
I mean, I just don't feel like I want to lie about it. Like, it's just like, I wouldn't want like, yeah, my boobs is fake. My boobs are real. My ass is real. And just like it's not. Me knowing that it's not. Like, I'm not going to say. And those things that I did changed my life. You know? When I got my boobs done, I always wanted boobs. I know I was going to be flat-chested. My family got small titties, big butts, and small feet. But as soon as I knew I was never going to get tits, so I just got it done. My ass, for a little bit insecure about it, and I just got it done. And it was just like, that was just something that, like, it changed my life doing it. It was a hard decision. And it's something that is like, I feel like I could help somebody. Like, a lot of girls ask me, like, where you get your ass done? I say, I never did lipo, but I got ass injections and it was illegal. And a lot of women ask me like, oh, I know this lady that she do ass shots. What do you think? And I'm happy to tell girls not to do it. And I'm happy I could help somebody. And tell them no. And tell them if you do that shit, you don't know what you put in your body. I don't even know what the hell I got in my ass.
Last question. The show is called Clique. What is your definition of a clique?
My clique is like your homies, your partners, the people that's gonna like fight for you, the people that's gonna have your back. I'm not gonna say the people you grew up with. You could make clique as you get older. I have made a lot of friends as I get older. I'll say it's just the people that will always have your back and that you could be yourself with. And if you get into some shit, your clique gonna have your back, man. Mm-hmm.
Welcome to our clique.
Thank you.
Respect you.